watch Hello Okanagan from Silver Star.
Hello Okanaganers and those of you around the world that watch our show. We're going to show you our beautiful valley from above today. David, what are we doing?
Well guys, we're going to be flying from Vernon to Oliver, and as you can see it's a little colder, so we're wearing our sweatshirts and hoodies, which you can get at hellookanagan.com. Peter, I can't tell if you are shaking with excitement, fear, or because it's cold out.
I just found out there's no washroom on these planes, and I just found out there's no food service, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hopefully you got a full belly and
we're going to check out the whole Okanagan from above. Stay tuned. Hey, Mr. Co-host, how was it?
It was good. It was good.
Hey, director, how was it?
Terrific. It was really good. Here we are in sunny South Okanagan, Oliver.
Hey everyone, guess what? We landed safely. We're down here in Oliver, British Columbia because we wanted to meet someone special. We've heard so much about this gentleman and about his special hangar. But before that, Dave, thanks for letting us in here. Thanks for showing us the secret that you've been keeping from everybody. Give me a little bit of your background. Where are you from and when did you move to Oliver?
Yeah, I'm Dave Gillespie. I moved to Oliver with my wife Karen 5 years ago, and we built the hangar and a house here. We moved from Saskatoon.
Tell us a little bit about all of the different models and, you know, how long over the years you've been collecting and flying.
That one up there is experimental home built from a kit. And the one behind is a replica of a World War I airplane. This is a ex-RCAF military trainer, and this is a factory built air coupe, which is the one everybody's learning to fly on.
Is this a replica or is this an actual plane?
This is an actual military trainer.
So what year was this built?
1956, I think it was. Yeah.
And what kind of service did it see?
It trained a whole generation of military pilots, RCF military pilots in Portage la Prairie and Penhold and all across Canada. Well, this is a 1966 Alon air coupe, two-seater, 90 horsepower. This is the one that the students we're collecting now are learning to fly on. This is a 1956 de Havilland Chipmunk, designed and built in Downsview, Ontario. The military used it as a primary trainer, and if you got through learning to fly on this, they would move you on to advanced training ended up on jets.
And what was the purpose of it being like clean sheet metal as opposed to something that was painted? Weight.
Yeah, being no paint made it lighter.
Not so you can just camouflage yourself in the sky and nobody can see you coming.
No, but after they decided it was hard to keep it clean, so they painted them yellow, but then they had to fly with less fuel because they took
That much, eh? Even, wow.
Now, do you still fly this one, or is it?
Yeah, we're gonna fly it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're gonna take it out.
Yeah, no,
Amazing.
yeah. We just flew it back from Saskatoon. This here is a World War I replica of a Sopwith Camel. It's probably the most successful fighter in World War I. Wow. And it has twin Vickers 303 machine guns, which are real, but there's nothing in the breeches. But I need the weight for weight and balance. And yeah, it's a full-size replica.
So they had like the wooden rotor back then.
Yeah,
Wow.
wooden propeller.
And what's the material, by the way?
Well, originally it was cotton, stretched tight with like a lacquer thinner, but it was flammable, which wasn't a good thing.
Not conducive, yeah.
Yeah, so this one is covered with a modern grade synthetic fabric. It's called Seconite, and it's not flammable. But
And how many times did these things just snap?
well, it's actually pretty strong. I mean, a bullet would go right through it. Terrible thing to have to go to war in it. It's called a Christian Eagle, and it's a 2-seat, 200 horsepower, fully aerobatic, unlimited aerobatic biplane. Its forte is aerobatics. If I fly it and I don't do aerobatics, it gets a pout on it. It's upset.
I thought it was actually
on
being
a lift.
suspended. It's on a lift. Holy crap.
You were telling us that you have a special program that helps people get into, and especially the youth get into getting their pilot's license and flying. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that program?
Well, Karen and I had a air coupe, which is similar to this one. This is one of them. And we weren't using it enough, so we thought we could sell shares in it to some local people who are interested in learning to fly or are flying, and make it affordable by having
Community plane of
community
sorts.
airplane. Yeah.
How many people did you sell that to?
We have 6 involved in the first one, right?
Yeah.
And we have 7 involved in this one.
Amazing. And it's kind of like a timeshare situation.
No, it's just you buy a share, and we split all the costs, operating costs, and they hire their own instructor, they learn to fly on it, and then down the road, if they want to sell their shares, the other shareholders can buy them out.
So this is like the best type of timeshare I've ever heard about.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Well, it's even deeper. It sounds like it's more for like equity in the actual aircraft itself.
Exactly, yeah, they own it, so if it appreciates, they benefit from that. It started off with her air coupe.
When was this? Like when did it all start?
1978.
Wow.
Dave got his license first, and I wanted to learn to fly because we were doing everything together. And we decided that the best way is if we owned our own airplane. He'd done the traditional where you go to a flight school, and it ended up
So you saw the cost efficiency.
the cost efficiency, yeah. So it ended up by the time I got my license, and I did it in 30 days. I just went every day,
Wow.
2 lessons a day. And
Was that a record then at that time?
well, maybe, I don't know.
Wow. Good for
And it cost me half of what it cost Dave to get his license.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much. And we're going to continue taking a look here and get a closer look at some of the planes.
Sure.
Hey everyone, you know how you can stay warm this winter?
Our new sweatshirts and a nice hot cup of coffee in your Hello Okanagan mug.
Cheers.
All right, we got a chance to talk to some of the younger guys that got into the equity of one of the planes, like Dave and Karen were just telling us about here. So, Callum, Charlie, Liam, thanks for joining us today, guys. So, tell us a little bit about kind of what got you into flying and what made you want to do it.
Starting from a young age, my dad was actually an air cadet when he was really young, and same for my mother. So I think my dad really inspired me to get into the program, and it first really started with the air cadet program in Canada. And from there, I've grown up just learning about aviation everywhere and having lots of friends that really like aircraft.
I've always loved planes. It's always been a joy, and we moved here like over a year ago a bit, and we met Dave here, and that was really inspiring to come here, and I've always thought, oh wow, I can do something fun for a job.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always come here with my grandfather to the airport to talk to other pilots. And then one day I met Dave here a couple of years ago, and he offered to train me to fly, and
Just got hooked.
yeah, I got a job to pay for my share in the plane that's behind this one here.
So what do your parents think about you guys? I know you were saying like your family's totally into it anyway themselves too, but what are, like, on some of the other kids that are in this, like, what are their family? Are they afraid for them? Is it safer than playing football or hockey?
My dad, when he was a kid, also wanted to become a pilot, but he unfortunately couldn't. My mother, when she grew up, she knew some people who were pilots and went up with them every once in a while.
So your family's living through you vicariously.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
And yeah, my parents are they're pretty enthused about it. My mom thinks that with aerobatics, she's like, oh no, you only have one chance and before you crash into the side of a mountain, but they're pretty enthused about it. My dad's actually getting his too, so I'm working with him on it.
Wow. Good.
My mom kind of likes a man in uniform. So yeah, they're really supportive about it. They want me to get a good career in the future and everything, so yeah, they're quite in love with it.
Obviously, you guys living your dream out right now. Do you have any further goals and aspirations of, you know, what you're looking to achieve through flying, or is it more of a hobby?
Definitely a career type thing.
Military, commercial, what are you
Yeah,
thinking?
I'm gonna attempt to get into the Air Force, but obviously
fantastic.
it's a very competitive entry, so there's always that Part B plan of going into commercial aviation for a start as well, so going into airlines.
And I'm hoping to maybe do aerobatics for a bit and then get my hours and go to commercial.
Cool.
I hope to start my career going through the military and its college program, and after my military service dedication to move up to an airline.
Did we mention how old these guys are?
No, we didn't. I don't think
So-
we touched on that yet.
Let's let the folks that are watching this know, how old are you guys?
right.
I'm 14, which means I'm eligible for a student pilot's license.
Okay. And you?
14 also.
And 17.
The kids that are watching this episode, or parents that are excited for their kids maybe to get into this, what should they do if they want to do what you guys are doing?
Well, mostly every city and every town, they have airports spread out all over the place. So one of the greatest places that you can go is not only just the air cadets, but you can go to local flying clubs. So most local flying clubs, they have websites, and they usually have contacts for emails. And just shoot them a quick message, ask, hey, is there any way that a kid can come and join, learn how to fly?
And they're welcoming, I'm assuming. Like, everyone's very welcoming. So the second you write an email or make a phone call, they'll be like, yeah, guys, come on down, I'll show you around and we'll chat. Because everyone's friendly. I noticed that's the one thing about every pilot I've ever met, or anybody to do with anything with planes. They're like the nicest people in the world.
There's nothing to be afraid of. They
Yeah.
really want kids to come into aviation, so
Sweet.
definitely don't be afraid.
Well, thank you guys so much. I heard we're going to actually take one of these guys. This one.
This one right
We're
here.
taking this one out.
I'm going up in it.
You're going up in it. Okay, buddy. Good luck. Let's check this out. everyone, I wanted you to meet someone special. He was the guy that brought me to Oliver and back safely. Lead pilot of the Snowflakes. We got Mr. Steve Ford here. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for organizing all of this for us.
Peter, really happy to do it.
And we had a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
I know. I'm glad you could join us. It's kind of a perfect day.
So, in a nutshell, before we get to your background, tell us a little
sure.
bit about the Snowflakes. When did they get together? How did the name come up?
Okay, they've been going before I was a member there. So 10, 20, 15 years probably, something like that. But they've been through a few different iterations of it. But most recently, we were very fortunate to have a fellow by the name of John Swallow, who was part of the initial Canadian, military precursor to the Snowflakes. They were called the Golden Centenaires, 1967. He was a member. He kind of showed us the best way to fly in formation, how to get involved, how to train for it, how to develop trust in each other. And that's basically when I got involved with John when he was there. Unfortunately, he passed away earlier this year. Yeah. We try to keep the tradition, the memories alive. I think when we're all flying, we're thinking of John and want to, kind of make him proud, right? That we're able to do what he showed us how to do.
And how many members are involved in the Snowflakes right now?
We have 10 members. We've got 7 based out of Vernon, 2 in Penticton, and 1 in Salmon Arm.
Amazing. And how often do you guys fly?
If the weather cooperates, I would say 3 times a week.
And all year round?
And sometimes, year round.
And sometimes it's like just 2 of you in the. I'll watch and I'll just see like 2 guys' information or 4. It's whoever wants to go up.
So we have a WhatsApp group so that we tell each other what we're doing. If somebody is going to go for a flight, they'll put a note out on WhatsApp saying, "Hey, thinking of breakfast in Chilliwack tomorrow. Anybody interested?" And all of a sudden you'll get the, I'm going. And you never really know till you get to the airport and you show up on the ramp there. How many planes have we got? Oh, we got 5, we got 6, we got 7, and then you figure out your formation and off you go.
So how do you decide where you guys are flying, which airport you're picking that day?
Okay, well, the way it's worked out in the Okanagan, we're very lucky to have a series of airports here, starting in the south. There's actually, of course, one in Osoyoos that we're here in Oliver, Penticton, Kelowna, Vernon, Salmon Arm. So the different flying clubs have got together, and Mondays, it's here in Oliver. Mondays at 10 o'clock is coffee here in Oliver. Every Monday, 10 o'clock.
Which is your favorite area to land in? Who has the best coffee and goodies?
I would say for the last, at least year, this place here in Oliver.
Nice.
Yeah, they really look at homemade goodies.
So you were talking about the breakfast. I remember actually over 130 episodes ago, we did an episode with the Snowflakes, our first one. Yeah. And he was my pilot. He was the lead back then, rest his soul. Yeah. And I laughed because that's what he told me. He goes, "Peter, we get breakfast served, we get good coffee and some goodies at each airport, and that's how we try to figure things out." I thought he was lying initially, but it's true.
It's just great fun. It's hard to believe that it really works like this.
And pilots take care of each other.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
We have a great time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, glad to have you along.
All right, so we're here with Hammy. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure, thank you.
Is that a nickname?
Hamilton is my proper name.
All right.
But Hammy will work.
Hammy will do?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, Hammy, how long have you been with the Snowflakes?
Oh, I think it's about 6 years now. It's about a year after I moved to Salmon Arm. I met John Swallow on Wednesday coffee in Salmon Arm. That's where we have coffee on Wednesdays. And found out he'd been with the Golden Centenaires, and an old friend of mine, Opie Philp, who was the founder of the Snowbirds, had been the commander of the Golden Centenaires. So right away, John and I got a relationship going, and he said, "Well, come and fly with me." And I flew with him, and he said, "Okay, you'll be our number 3." And I was honored because he flew number 3 in the Golden Centenaires.
Really?
So I still fly number 3 whenever I can. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's your background with aviation? With being
I learned to fly as an air cadet in 1961 at Cartierville in Montreal, which was the base where Canadair had its plant. And so we had lots of Sabre jets around, and the first of the Canadian-built 104s flew out of Cartierville. It was a wonderful way to learn how to fly. We took 6 weeks one summer and wound up with a private license. It was fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful
meeting you.
Thank you.
Good to meet you too. We'll see you again.
We're here now with Rob, another Snowflake. Thanks for being part of the group that brought us down here to Oliver. Looking forward to hearing more about this area, learning more about the museum that's down here, and that exciting flight back. So what's your origin story? When did you get into aviation?
I started into aviation back in the Lower Mainland, 1986, I think it was. I got a license on a ultralight, if you can believe it.
Wow.
And then after a year of flying around, not being able to take a passenger, not being able to go anywhere, I decided to get my private license. So that was in 1987.
And Rob, how long have you been with the Snowflakes then?
Since we first started, and that was sometime around, it's not exactly sure, but it was 2003 or 2004. So it's been a while.
You're one of the original,
One of the
original
originals.
founding
So
fathers.
that's like 20, just over 20 years old then.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rob. Not only for this time, but also for last time, and all that you do with the Snowflakes. We really appreciate you giving us this opportunity and giving something for the viewers to see.
And most importantly, thanks for entertaining everybody that's in the Okanagan. Wherever you guys live in the Okanagan, you've seen them flying over your house. So thank you for like opening up our spirits. Like, it's just amazing seeing, whether it's 2 or 12, like it's just amazing seeing you guys up in the air.
Well, I'm really glad people are enjoying it. And we enjoy doing it as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to see the content we post on there.
And in case you didn't realize this, we're a YouTube show. Subscribe to our channel right now.
And smash the like button on some of your favorite episodes. Really helps us out a lot.
Snowflake formation, 9 RVs on the ramp. We're heading for runway 23 via Alpha. Back.